right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over there, getting his ears all set. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready now.
You sure?
Yeah, this was up a little high, so I had to move it down.
That's what it was.
Technical adjustment.
You got to have your comfort zone set.
Yes.
Get it.
Absolutely.
Got to be in the groove. Got to be ready
people
to
have to hear the.
Got to be ready to stick and move. See that? That's my
really
move,
good.
man. You got to look out. It's Monday.
I'm impressed.
See?
You're like a white Apollo Creed.
That's what I'm saying, man.
With a quirky thyroid condition.
You can see my thyroid?
Never mind.
Oh. Okay.
Continue.
All right. Hey, so anyway, it's Monday. I would imagine you've really put the full whatever into the news over the weekend. So I'm.
Oh, yes. I've been diligently working and updating and editorializing. And,
well, I am glued.
Yeah.
And I know
You're
we're
ready?
going to be onto it. So let's.
Yes. You're riveted, I can tell. All right, let's do it. The annual White House Correspondents' Dinner created controversy over the weekend. Comedian Michelle Wolf, a contributor to The Daily Show, got off several biting attacks against President Trump, the media, the cabinet, Congress. But her comments on the physical appearance of Press Secretary Sarah Sanders drew the most criticism. Look, a comedian can say whatever they want, and to me, I don't know that anybody should be offended by it. I heard the comments; they were fairly tame. But anytime you go after the physical appearance of anybody, it's going to be met with kind of I wouldn't do it. This is a woman attacking another woman, so it seems like that's one of those things we usually are saying, okay, we may not like it, but people don't get outraged. I think people are kind of overly outraged over this. And some of it seems a little bit manufactured, but everybody's picked their side. So I don't know.
On one hand, I look at it like this. The correspondence thing can be a lot of fun if people are willing to participate.
Right.
If everybody's willing to jump in and go, okay, let's all laugh at ourselves a little bit and ha, ha, ha. People are not willing to participate in it at this point. I had no idea who the host was. I'd never even seen her before. No idea who the comedian was. And then, okay, so you're going to be offended over the comments made about what's her name, Huckabee?
No, Sarah Sanders.
Sarah Sanders. Okay,
she was Sarah
right.
Huckabee Sanders.
But over the weekend, too, I also saw that the words came out about President Trump and how uncomfortable he was watching the Paralympics, how uneasy it made him watching the Paralympics. It's like, if we're going to be upset over how people look, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean? So why would anybody be upset about her making comments about the Sarah Sanders?
Well, because it was attack. Some saw it as attacking her physical appearance, and even the journalists there who lean to the left.
What I'm boiling it down to is we're becoming a nation of name callers and finger pointers, and it's just how far backwards can we go with everything?
Yeah, I think people forget SNL way back when Will Ferrell as Janet Reno was that would not. You try to do that today, it would never happen.
Right.
They would never greenlight that.
It just seems like everywhere you look, everybody's it's getting back to second grade humor and stupidity.
Well, I don't mind the juvenile humor aspect of it. And the idea that here's part of the thing that always makes me kind of roll my eyes, like when Trump will get offended, because Trump is the only president we've ever had that actually had a Comedy Central roast of him. Right. And he was able to take it then, and it was vicious. I mean, they went after him, and this was back, 6-7 years ago. And the fact that he's become so thin-skinned about it now. But the attacks against, a lot of people are actually praising Sarah Sanders because she just sat there and took it and didn't walk out, didn't appear to be overly offended by it. Right. She didn't, obviously didn't like it, but she sat there and took it. And good for her. I'm a fan of Sarah Sanders. I think she's really good at her job. Whether you agree with Trump or not, she's really good at her job. And the comedian I thought was okay. I don't have once again, when somebody is doing an act, they're up there doing their shtick. I don't get how people can be offended by it. No. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not sensitive enough, and that's entirely possible. But I think the outrage over it, I think the outrage over it is a little over the top.
Thank you, Dave. All right.
All right. What else is going on? Hey, changing your gender could lower your car insurance. A woman who used to be a man was stunned when she received an update on her auto insurance policy after updating her gender status. The result, over $50 less per 6 months for the same coverage. Now, I don't know what her name is, but she evidently transitioned from a man to a woman back in 2012. So, hey, maybe you and I should both look, we're not made of money.
Right.
I know I identify when I'm driving. I've been accused of driving like an 80-year-old Asian woman anyway.
Yes.
So why don't I just identify as that and save a few bucks?
I'm all for it.
Makes sense to me.
Can I sign some papers for you? Attesting
Sure.
to the fact?
Attesting to the fact that I'm actually a woman? Sure. Why not? I'm game. But I mean, this shouldn't really shock anybody. I mean, men are more aggressive drivers are going to pay higher insurance rates. That's how insurance companies figure this stuff out.
Okay.
It's not sexism. It's just statistical fact. Men in general are more aggressive drivers and are more likely to be involved in accidents, cause insurance rates to go up. That's just a reality.
Very good.
Anyway. Finally, Muskegon Community College set to raise tuition this fall. Board of Trustees approved an 8% increase in tuition and a $5 per contact hour fee increase this month. This is expected to generate more than $1 million for additional revenue. Still one of the best ways to go as far as your education goes. You want to save money. You want to get those core classes out of the way. Your general ed stuff. It just makes sense. You go the community college route for a year. And get that taken care of, and you are ahead of the game when it comes to saving on tuition. So
and keep in mind too things like the Muskegon Promise, as well as the early college program, where you can get into college even during high school and get that associate's degree before you're even out of high school.
Right.
It won't cost you anything.
Hey, saved me money. I mean, I was able to pay out of my savings account for my community college, and I'm still paying off my 4-year degree.
Of course you are.
That tells you anything about the discrepancy in cost for community college versus 4-year institution. But hey, I'm just taking my time, getting my tax break.
That's what you got to do.
Nothing wrong with that. There you go. Sports. Tigers fall to Baltimore 5-3. They're 11-15 on the season. They're not making it to 500, man.
They're gonna.
Not happening.
Gonna happen.
Sorry, I know there's still about 150 games, 145 or so games left, but no. Cubs win. They blank Milwaukee 2-0. That's sports.
Have yourself a great Monday. We will see you tomorrow.
See ya.